On today's episode of the Megabit Misfits, we have Spider-Man 2 for the PC, Assassin's Creed and Ubisoft nonsense, GTA 6 pricing, and what does that mean or how you feel about it. Coming up next. All right. I'm one of the three hosts. My name is LeeBoyXP, joined along with my other co-host, Ivan Ravage Martinez, and King ReyRey.
Hello.
So, guys, we got stuff to talk about today. Spider-Man 2. Spider-Man 2 came out for PC recently, and it's been doing, I believe, better than the first one. Not for nothing, as far as like just the anticipation. People been waiting on it because, of course, you PlayStation owners get it first, and then it comes to us PC guys. So, having the game, Ray, you're the one that has it. Tell us about it.
Okay, so straight up, this is my own gameplay footage right there from the PC port of Spider-Man 2. Spider-Man 2 is brought to us by Insomniac Games. Thank you so much, Insomniac, and Nix's production company. So the main issue with Spider-Man 2 is that because of its PC port from PlayStation, or in other words, Sony, to Windows, there's been some hiccups along the way. So everybody's used to the hiccups coming along, right? You have game crashes. You have, while you're playing, all of a sudden, literally, like things just freeze and then come back, and it gets annoying. It gets tiresome. The thing is that for me, in my experience, I think I put 17 hours into the PC port version of Spider-Man 2 already, and I've had 4 or 5 crashes. I've had about 20 different hiccups. Yeah, about 4 or 5 crashes. And they were annoying because you get into the game. Let me tell you, the crashes are almost worth it because the game is that freaking good. Okay. I know some people, they had some problems and some issues, and I didn't like this gameplay and what they did with the character, blah, blah, blah. They changed the storyline from the regular Spider-Man stuff that you know. I'm not going into it. This is not a review. This is no non-spoilers in any way, shape, or form. And the thing is that look at the size of that map.
Wow, I was just about to say that. Like, that map looks huge.
Yeah, so the map is pretty much 80% of Manhattan, like the first Spider-Man game was, and Miles Morales. And then they toss in Brooklyn, a little bit of Queens, Staten Island, and
wow,
it's awesome. It's just beautiful. And there's a couple of powers there. Here we go. I'm going to jump ahead in the video if you don't mind. And this is what I love: is the suits. The suits in the game. And me and LeeBoy discussed it before that the suits are amazing. And this is Spider-Man Black Noir. He's not flying, he's gliding. So don't be coming at me with the Superman crap. He is gliding. Okay, it's been in the comics since the 70s. He glides. Okay, so look at that freaking suit. Jeez.
And I love the frame rate on him. They made him purposely slow to like he's from the comic books. And
that glitchiness nice at 15 frames per second. Glitch.
Yeah. It's I'm sorry, the volume bar or whatever stays. I don't know why it's not going away. Maybe I just move this out of the way. There you go. So the game itself has some problems, has some issues, but again, it depends on the hardware that you have. Because if your computer is still, even if you have a custom computer, but it's still from like 2014, 2015, it's not gonna play as well as more up-to-date computers. So from IGN and PC Gamer, they said that people have complained about crashes all across the board from all different types of games, also all different types of computer levels. And the thing is that the higher, the more optimized your computer is, the better the game is going to play. So me personally, if you want, I can let you guys know about the rig I run. I have a custom built computer, but it's not high end. Yeah, it's not super high end. It's like a medium level. It's up to PlayStation 5 level.
Okay.
But I have to play this thing. This is all on medium settings.
Wow, it looks good.
It's nice. Medium.
Yeah, straight up medium settings. I'll skip ahead a little bit. That way you don't get too much of the story there. You see some fighting.
That chick like Lucy Liu.
She does. So the thing is on my custom computer is I'm running a AMD Ryzen 5600X processor, which is a medium type of gaming processor. It's middle of the road. Okay. Then I have a AMD 6650 XT graphics card with 8 gigs of RAM on it. It is again maybe slightly better than middle of the road gaming card, but there are gaming cards out there that will destroy the one I have. And I have about 2 terabytes and 32 gigs of RAM, and I'm playing this on medium. Still crashed about 4 or 5 times on me. I had it before with ray tracing and everything, and that thing didn't last 10 minutes before it crashed. That's what right there was a hiccup right there in the video.
Yeah, just saw it.
Yeah, so that happens every like 10, 15, 20 minutes or so, but it hasn't crashed yet. It plays pretty smooth overall.
Is that the only problem with the game right now? Is there anything else that you see as a con?
No.
Okay, wow. Okay, dang.
There's nothing else as a con because I love the storyline. 2, look at it. The graphics are even on low or medium. They look phenomenal.
Okay.
The controlling, the fighting aspect of it, it's intuitive. Everything feels supernatural when you're playing with it. And I'm playing on my PC with a PS5 controller, which I guess that's why it's so intuitive. And the game just runs great. The only thing I can say about it is, besides the glitching, is maybe there's not enough of a selection of characters because it's just you and Miles Morales. But you do play a small portion as I believe MJ, and you do play a small portion as another character that I don't want to mention, but that comes later in the game.
Okay.
And yeah. No,
so what stands out from this game from the first one?
The storyline, the extra character down the line that comes out, the fact that well, I don't want to ruin a couple of things, but
no spoilers. We don't need no spoilers.
Let's just say some bad things happen to good people. Let's just say that. I'm gonna leave it at that. And then but things should develop from there into a Spider-Man 3 game.
Okay. So let me ask you a quick question. Do you notice any weird glitching or crashing? Do you notice anything when you're doing anything specific, or is it just across the board?
You're asking at the perfect time. You can see right here. There's a guy alive inside that block, and I can't get to him.
Yeah, I just saw him. Yeah,
he's glitched in the block. Yeah. So there are minor glitches here and there. He's stuck in there. See him? He's in the red. I can't get them because he's glitched in the wall.
Right.
That's it. That happened, I think, twice the whole time I played the game. In 17 hours that I played the game.
When you're changing, because I know you could jump between Miles and Peter, do you notice any glitching between that, like with the fast travel or anything like that?
Nah, so far nothing. I haven't. My fast travel has worked smooth. I think a couple of people reported that there was an issue with the fast travel, but nope. All you see is everything fades to black. You see Spider-Man take off, and the next second it fades back in, and you see Miles Morales land.
Nice.
And then that's it. That's the quick way to get around it. And yeah, I mean, I really have no complaints about the game. I try to go stealth as much as possible. I'll jump ahead a little bit again. Game is super.
And I know we talked earlier about off camera. We were talking about that they just updated it. That they did.
Yes.
Have you updated? Had a chance to jump into it at all?
Yes. So the update happened. I believe it was last night. It was roughly about a gig and a half that it updated real quick.
And we're recording Saturday evening, so you're talking Friday night.
Yeah. So for me, the update said it fixed a bunch of crashes, it fixed a bunch of bugs that I didn't even really get to experience yet. Any of those bugs, except for that one or two. But it still crashed on me 2 hours later. It crashed hard actually on me. it went like the whole screen went black. It came back to my regular screen, and a box came up saying, "Oh, Spider-Man, blah blah blah, I had difficulty." And then I had to reload it again. So I had to restart everything again, and then after that, I played fine.
Wow, that was nice just now.
But they are doing. Sony is definitely working on doing more fixes. They're definitely going to be working on updating the game so that it runs smoother. But right now, as we finished the Spider-Man 2 video here, Sony apparently was having a lot of problems this weekend. I don't know if you guys heard.
Yes.
Oh, they were something about being hacked, right?
Yeah, something happened. They said that Sony got hacked, or Sony was having some major issues, and today they were shut down for at least 6 to 10 hours. I don't know if it came back as of yet. Well, I'll look it up to get back to you a later episode or later in this episode. But yeah, so Sony's having some problems. But hey, Spider-Man 2 is an awesome game.
Okay.
When it's working, which is 95% of the time, it's fantastic. I highly recommend everybody get it.
You're basically saying to people, if you're interested in playing this game, don't let the little freezes or little hiccups stop you from having fun and enjoying the game. Gotcha.
Exactly. Period. Yep.
Maybe wait to update it until PSN's back up, because you might not be able to get in just yet.
That's definitely gonna be the way to go. Yeah.
So Assassin's Creed now. Assassin's Creed and Ubisoft.
Yes, sir.
As you all know, people that's watching the things that's been going on with Ubisoft and Assassin's Creed, it's not looking good for them. Major layoffs, shutting downs of certain parts of their company branches. Assassin's Creed Shadows. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I like Assassin's Creed. I don't know how you guys feel about that franchise, because people have been very critical of Ubisoft for not doing anything for Assassin's Creed, because it's like almost getting the same game almost every year. They try to switch it up, but it's like it's never scratching that itch for certain people, right? Loot boxes and certain other games. But Assassin's Creed Shadows was something near and dear to me that I was waiting on for so long.
Me too.
Because the one place that you should have an Assassin's game is in Japan with ninjas. You can't miss. That's a layup. How do you miss this? How did you mess this up? This was a layup. And I was waiting on it for so long.
Is it messed up?
Here's the thing. There was controversy with the pre-order boxes, I believe, that had like kanjis that weren't what it's supposed to mean in Japanese. They had an issue with Yusuke. There's a whole bunch of stuff going on. A lot of wokeism going on in the gaming right now. And yeah, it's looking bad. And it's looking bad that they're going the way of I'm not saying they're going to shut down, but it's looking bad because a lot of people put their hopes in thinking that this game would be a great top tier title, and it's not looking like that according to some of these reports. Ivan, what you got on this?
I've been looking forward to it. I played every Assassin's Creed beginning to end. Great game, love it. Some things get repetitive, some things take a long time to get through, and it sucks. It really does suck that they've pushed back and they're having so many issues putting this game out and losing studios and or closing studios rather, and it's terrible for the industry. It's terrible for people with their jobs, and hopefully Ubisoft figures that out, because for them to be one of the biggest gaming companies out there to still be like, for the most, like the third party, studio, having people lose that many jobs is crazy. It's insane. Just last week, they closed the studio and 185 people were laid off. I think a few months, or not even a month before that, or something like that, they closed another studio where it was like 300 and something people. It's been back to back. It's crazy.
It's been some backlash also. I'm going to cut you off, Ray, but there's also been backlash from people in Japan about the game as well. As far as the authenticity of the game. And you would think a company like this, so big, and Ubisoft, that they would have somebody on research doing the right thing by this this game, and it's causing a lot of backlash over in Japan itself, But go ahead, Ray, what you was going to say?
No, I just wanted to know, like, how many side studios does Ubisoft overall have that they got the story wrong, but they had so many resources to get everything correct. Like you said, they just closed 2.
Yeah, they closed a number of them. We can get the source of that, but they closed several studios down.
Wow.
And people are assuming now. Again, we're not saying that it's because of Assassin's Creed Shadows. But if you could read between the lines, I would say
it looks like this might be a main figure.
This may be because they're getting a lot of flack right now. Their headlines aren't looking good for Ubisoft and what they did, because again, like I said, this should have been a layup for them. This should have been massive pre-orders for this game. massive anticipation, but every time you turn around, there's an article or a post or a YouTube video or someone saying something, some new things coming out about how bad this game is going to get and what they cut out of the game, what they changed in the game, what they put in the game. It's crazy.
Yeah, I believe they did eventually go back and fix that art book situation where they had the incorrect wording or art inside that book. They did make it more accurate. If you've gone back to any of the Assassin's Creed games, especially now, a lot of the bigger open world ones have a lot of fantasy and things like that. So they don't have to be 100% accurate, but if you're going to represent something
they gotta get
that is existing in real life, you should be at least accurate in that. You know, if you're going to add the fantastical elements, that's all fine, but you should definitely go back and make sure your history is correct.
Real quick, before we jump to the next thing, I want to ask this, since we're on the subject of Assassin's Creed, which one was your favorite Assassin's Creed game? We're going to start with you, Ivan, and then Ray, you chime in with your favorite Assassin's Creed game.
Problem.
So my first Assassin's Creed was Assassin's Creed 2. Favorite game from before the open world is probably 4 Black Flag, followed by Syndicate, and then eventually, like the open world ones, my favorite's Origins.
Okay, and Ray?
I'm gonna have to agree with Ivan. Black Flag is a freaking masterpiece. That game, I didn't play that game when it came out. I played that game like 8 years later or something like that.
Okay. Still holds up,
and it still held up, and it was still better than a lot of games that came out at that time.
Yeah, storyline's a fucking masterpiece. So
even the visuals.
The only thing the controls could be is maybe the controls could be a little bit better now.
Well, by the time I got it, I think they updated a couple of things, so I didn't have any issues with the controls. I didn't have any issues with that game at all. It was just straight fun every time I played it. That one is overall my favorite, but I do have a soft spot for Odyssey and Origins. Valhalla, very good. Great.
Game is so long. It's so long.
Big. It's like you got to put like 400 hours and you're only 10% done. It's like, yo, I have a life, bro.
I haven't even yeah, I'm still playing it, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, I think I got like honestly, I think I have like 30 hours, and then I just like kind of like drifted.
I'm 200 hours in. I'm dying, man. I want to move on.
100 hours in.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because I like to go hit every mission, trying 100% as best I can. And again, I haven't touched the DLC, so that's another.
Okay.
So,
hey, look, you're getting your money's worth, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Well,
that's actually my first PC game to play too. That was the first game I played on PC.
Congratulations.
Well, quick question before we change up. What's your favorite Ubisoft game besides Assassin's Creed?
That's pretty much it. Besides Assassin's Creed, Far Cry. The Far Cry series is awesome.
Oh, see, I never got into the Far Cry ones. Didn't Ubisoft make oh man, what's the one that they attacked New York and your soldiers in New York?
Oh, Division.
Yes, the Division. Outside of Assassin's Creed, I really like those two games. I haven't played them in a while, but I remember them specifically, the controls, the way it looked, the way they got New York down.
Yeah. Oh, it was
we're all New Yorkers.
Yeah, so you get hyped when you see certain things that
that Brooklyn Bridge was beautiful in that game.
Yeah, they got certain points of New York around, even like the little nook and crannies. Like I used to like out in the game, I would try to find the address of some of my old jobs in New York, and it would be very similar.
I did that in GTA and Spiderman. I did the same thing.
I did in Spiderman. I definitely in Spiderman. And Spiderman, I went to 59th and 3rd Avenue, where I used to work at Home Depot. So I don't know if I can mention the store's names, but I used to work there at 59th and 3rd. And when you go to 59th and 3rd, it said it had like a pale orange image on the wall, but it was just glass. I was like,
but you could tell that's where the store was at.
Yeah, but they put pale orange, and the color for Home Depot is orange, so I thought it was cool.
Oh, you mix it with the white, I mean, you could blend it together, you know.
Yeah.
Well, for me, my favorite Assassin's Creed game, you guys already mentioned it. I think we're in one accord. Is Black Flag. I'm a big pirate fan, so when I played that game, from the hunting of the whales and the sharks in the game, through the people on the boat chanting the songs and stuff like that.
That's probably the best part of that game.
They made a whole side game off of just like fishing. Or deep sea or not.
Oh, what about the sea combat? The sea combat.
Yeah, I was saying that. That's what I'm saying. Like the pirate combat, they made a whole separate side game off of that because of Black Flag. It was like
they've a lot of their side games come from Assassin's Creed because they did that one. They also did the one where you're just different warriors from around the world too. I'm trying to remember the name of that game too. It's also just like Skull and Bones. I'm trying to remember the name of this freaking game.
Well, they had I think they had some type of, I think it was an online game, maybe an MMO they were trying to push with. I think it was Skull and Bones that they got the idea from Black Flag. They were trying to push that, but that didn't go nowhere. But it's basura. It's garbage. Garbaggio. Okay? Nobody wants that.
In other words, don't waste your freaking
Don't waste your time. All right, moving on. GTA 6. Now, you guys know GTA 6. I don't know if you guys heard about it. They are looking at, I don't know, we got to check if it's a rumor, but they may be looking at putting it at $100 for a game.
Damn! I'm sorry.
They are looking at $100. Now, I got two things with this.
What?
On one hand, I'm looking at it as it's GTA. Given their history and given who they are, Rockstar and the GTA franchise, I would say they're worth the $100. The problem I feel with that is that the other companies are going to see that and go, well, if they can do it, why don't we charge $100 too?
Yeah, it's going to trickle down effect.
Right, it's going to have that trickle effect. The only problem with that I have, you guys aren't Rockstar. You don't have the history of GTA. You can't sit there and give us gamers and tomorrow we're going to pay $100 for a game. I don't know. Not in this day and age where a lot of games right now, let's just be honest. A lot of these games ain't worth the price tag. It's trash. You make these games, there's cash grabs. You get half the game. They hide behind DLC. They hide behind loot boxes, cash shops, and all those other. Like, no, you're not worth $100. GTA, even if the game comes out, let's just say it's trash. You put that $100 down knowing that you might get one of the best games. You can't get that with these other people. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna speak my mind. I'm gonna speak your damn mind. I'm gonna speak my
solo
mind.
stage.
You know what I'm saying? See the eye cocked out. See the eye cocked out. We're gonna speak our mind. Okay.
Yeah.
GTA 6. That company, Rockstar, if it was to be $100, and given their history and the trust that we put in them, hopefully they're gonna deliver on it because they haven't let us down yet. But they would be the ones I would say is worth the $100. It's GTA. It's GTA. Not a lot of EA can't do that. Ubisoft damn sure can't do that.
No.
So
you got to think too. These games, like they're coming out, they're not complete. You know, you don't get complete till a year or two in. Once all the updates are out and everything is for the most part done, and even after that, you're still gonna get glitches and problems. That they're never going to get to because they stopped working on these games. So for every other game to then follow GTA to be charging 100, it doesn't make sense. If you're going to come out, put the game out, complete it, finish it and all that stuff, then it might make more sense. But games take a long time to make nowadays. And everybody wants to be able to play these games faster and faster and faster, and there's not enough people making them, especially with all the layoffs and everything too.
Yeah, that's going to be something that people are definitely going to be focusing on. I agree with LeeBoy real quick that if GTA gets up to $100, other people will find follow the trend and follow the suit. And just like LeeBoy said, some other games are not going to be worth that. Period. There's some games that aren't worth $70 that out right now.
Right, yeah. Exactly.
And this will be AAA titles and is okay. Is worth $40 or worth $30. Hence why certain games that came out at the $30 price point or $40 price point are actually worth it. Like Helldivers 2, great example.
Oh man,
we all played Helldivers 2, right?
Thank you. Yes,
we all loved Helldivers 2.
Yeah,
I don't think I've met a single person who has not liked Helldivers 2. It was what, $32 when it was released?
Yeah, it was originally released for $40.
Like $40.
Yeah. Oh yeah, like $40. And then it was on sale for like 6 months.
Yeah. And then all the DLC that they put out.
Yeah, exactly. So right now that game made millions for its companies. It pleased all the fans, and it keeps giving you more because they just released the DLC for it specifically. So that game is a great example at a AA game at a great price point that everybody loved. Now, Helldivers 2 is not GTA. So there's going to be a major difference there. But great game, great price point, and it should stay at that price point. Again, Pal World is another one that blew up last year. I don't know if you guys ever played that. That's like a Pokemon with guns.
Oh, yes, definitely played Pal World.
So that game blew up. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, another thing to think about is we just got this price increase to $70 in this generation for PS5.
Like 2 years ago, right?
It was 60 and it jumped to 70 right at the beginning of the generation. So to jump to $100 in the middle of this generation, it wouldn't help anybody. Maybe the next one I could understand it for even maybe a PS6, PS7, but to jump to $100 is a big jump. It's not like it's a $10 jump. That's a huge increase.
Yeah, especially if you're a gamer, like if you're a gamer and you're spending $100 per game, and you got people that play games like they change their underwear. Like every other day they're playing something different.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, I'm not trying to pay $100, bro. I'm not doing that.
Nah, and you got a lot of game companies that are going to put out games and follow for $100 and all that.
They're going to follow that. They're going to follow that.
People need to speak with their wallets, not buy those games. Don't spend money on those games.
They're going to try to release another Anthem at $100, and the freaking games like lacked. They have the potential, but they lacked. If you're going to release a game like with Cyberpunk, right? Cyberpunk 2077, when it came out, the glitches were crazy. Yeah. The constant failures, the constant people glitching through walls, police characters popping out of nowhere when you just
characters T-posing on top of cars.
Yeah, it was crazy. There was even one glitch where some guy would stand still, he'd look over, he'll shoot a bullet into the sky, and all of a sudden a car crashed on him. And people thought it was fake, and then he was like, no, and then he would go back and he'll do it live, and a car crashed on him. He goes, what the fuck is this? You know, and
or you commit a crime and the police spawn on top of you.
Yeah, they spawn right next to you, like hi, pow, and shoot you, and you're crazy. Done. So, but now Cyberpunk is like almost damn near masterpiece, damn near perfected. But it took a couple of years.
Right. Again, look at the studio though. Look at the studios making these games.
They had the money and time. It was a big ass studio. They thought they could release the game with a bunch of we could put patches later. Yeah, that's great. You can put patches later, but you're gonna lose half the people right now.
For sure.
And then they might not trust you again. Yes, they have the
and all the money they have to give back.
Yeah, and I think the fact that they made The Witcher 1, 2, and 3 is what kept people around,
right? That's
keeping
exactly
them here, so that way they can fix Cyberpunk. So if GTA 6, and I'm not saying GTA 6 is going to come out messed up, but if GTA 6 is coming out at $100 price point, that bitch better be perfect. Yes, exactly. If
they're gonna make their money, you know they're gonna make their money. You know if they do $100 price point, everybody but their mama gonna buy that game.
And it's gonna take up an entire hard drive. It's gonna take up your whole system. You have to delete a bunch of games to fit it on there.
It's gonna be 300 gigs right out the gate. I guarantee. I don't know for a fact. I'm just saying it's gonna be huge right out the gate because they up the graphics, they up the size of the maps, they up the characters, they up they upped everything in this game.
That's Rockstar, man.
And for $100, there must be a gigantic reason why they upped it to $100. You know what I mean? So
I mean, Red Dead came out a few years ago and had ball physics. You know, I mean.
With them, I think the price tag could probably be more so because they know what they're worth and they know their success rate. They know that we're gonna knock this one out the park. It's probably the most anticipated game of the last 10 years, or so that people been waiting on this. Like they're still playing. People are still going crazy on GTA 5 online. Like they're waiting on this game. There's a lot of people waiting on this game, and they know that we're gonna get that $100. Anybody, if you know us, we're gonna get that $100.
And not only that,
go ahead.
I'm sorry. Well, not only that they're gonna get the $100, but the thing is that since they already have the reputation, like you said, they're gonna get that $100, and then on top of that, I think they're gonna drop a great game because I don't remember GTA 5 having too many glitches. I mean, I remember had a couple patches, updates or whatever, but I think it's going to be great. And on top of that, they're going to keep adding and adding and adding and adding. Hopefully, it's not going to be like $100 add-ons. If they do that, you never know, right? You never know, because I've seen some.
Everybody and their mama, and just to harp on GTA real quick, is the fact that everybody and their mama tried to pull the GTA Online thing where they wanted to be GTA Online. They try to do the same thing that GTA was doing. This is the reason why the price point is such a topic, because there's so many other gaming companies that try to follow that model. Like, oh, let's have an online game in our game. Let's have something of a cash shop in our game, not knowing that GTA has a loyal fan base of people that's going to play the online game. They got a loyal fan base of people that's going to play the single player game. You can't copy them. You're not GTA. You're not Rockstar. So stop trying to be like them. You know what I mean? That's just the point I'm trying to make.
And I'm not trying to go against what you said, because I do agree with you. But in some cases, when some studios copy other studios, they create something that might actually be better. Because look at Marvel Rivals versus Overwatch. Overwatch is a Marvel Rivals clone. I mean, excuse me. Marvel Rivals is an Overwatch clone.
Yeah.
Right.
Just with Marvel characters. And the thing is, I've played both of them. Overwatch can go to garbage. I don't care.
Yeah, everybody loves Marvel Rivals right now.
Was fun.
Yeah, I mean, Overwatch has also been around for a long time, and people get tired and bored of the same. Like, I'm sure they change things and all that, but they do get tired of the same game over and over again. And Marvel Rivals might be a little bit different, but
it's overall.
It just gives you the feel of the new characters. It gives you're more comfortable with them, just because we haven't been in a good spot with Marvel as far as movies. So we're looking for that other places now too. So Marvel Rivals hit at the perfect time.
That's a whole other conversation.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying that's a whole nother conversation.
Yeah,
maybe we'll get to that down the line somewhere. But
I got a quick question.
I have a lot to say about that, but maybe some other time.
I got a question about GTA. Do you think that online is going to be included with the game, or do you think it's going to come after? And then, do you think that is it going to be seamless? Because before it was two different separate games. I think the trick to this one is that it's going to be seamless. Like, your character that you're playing in the game for the story purposes is going to start, wherever in the room or wherever you last saved at. But I think for your online, I think they're just going to jump into a spot somewhere outside of the city. I think the city is going to be similar or the same as the story part of the game.
Just my 2 cents real quick. I think that if I know GTA or Rockstar rather, they're probably going to keep it the same, because it's a model that they already had working for them in the first game. They may change it up slightly, but I think because they had such a success with their first outing with the online thing, it's probably going to be similar, like more so similar than different. They might have a few things that's different, but I think it's going to be similar.
Okay.
Yeah, I think if it's not broken, don't fix it.
Yeah.
They have a great model going, and it's lasted
years.
15
years.
12. Did it come off of PS3?
Yeah, PS3. So it's gone 3 generations in.
Has any other game done that? Like the same one, the same.
And guess what?
Game.
You want to know what? It was always the same price. It was always at full price. It was never on sale. up until recently.
No, that's
a couple of years.
I bought GTA for like GTA 5 for $15 for PS4.
I guarantee you, the first few years you didn't have it wasn't on sale. I'll put 5 years, it was full price.
It took like 5 to 7 years before it dropped. And when they did drop it, it went from 69 to like 49. It wasn't like a major drop.
Exactly.
I bought it for $14.99 on a Sony PlayStation 4 sale, blah, blah, blah. So I got it, picked it up. Yeah. Became obsessed with the game. Played it for like a year, which is like one of the longest times I ever played the one game. And then after that, I've seen it constantly for $14.99, $20, $24.99, $14.99. The lowest I ever seen it was $13.99.
Yeah.
Period.
And it's such a good game to buy, because you spend so little money now, and you have all of this stuff that's been put out over the last 10 years. It's crazy.
Yeah, but if you go online, you're getting wrecked.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, online, they wild online, boy. Don't play with them youngins. They don't play. They don't play.
Especially you go up against somebody who was like level 400 and you're like
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
They just touch you and you're obliterated. They're like, hey, what are you doing? You trying to rob something? Okay, you're dead. Goodbye.
Listen, GTA 5 was so good. I bought it twice. I bought it on the Xbox, and then I bought it again on PC. That's how you know the game is good. When you buy it twice, 2 different systems. Come on now. So if anybody deserves that $100, I think it's them.
You know, that's a topic I would like to discuss. I don't know if you guys want to continue with this episode specifically, but that's a topic. If not for this one, then maybe for another episode. What games have you bought more than once for different systems?
Hold on, that's a good segue to the viewers. What game have you bought more than once? Leave that in the comment section for us and let us know, what game did you buy more than once?
What up?
And we'll catch you guys on the next episode for more Misfit games, news, and etc. We out.